Check. Unload the top half. Maybe pipe down the mufflers.
Dude, just like watch out for those gainers on the back end, Dad.
Welcome to the PatCave Podcast, a show where we talk all about superheroes, pop culture, nostalgic TV and movies we grew up with.
Superheroes or Supercross?
Supercross today.
Yeah.
That's right. We're watching a Disney Channel original movie, Motocrossed.
Heck yes.
Yes. Before we get into it, Booty, I'm Pat Clark.
Oh.
And this is Booty Man Motor Boots.
Oh, motor booties.
Motor Booties.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in the is it the 125 range?
Yeah, the 125 rider.
Amateurs.
Yeah, Motor Booties.
Got my KTM, bro. Got to sit on that I'm gonna stop right now.
Booty.
Yeah.
I loved this movie growing up.
Yeah.
What about you?
I love it so dear to my heart. The memories that I have is that I have a cousin that got to do this in real life, and my parents were like, no.
Yeah, I wasn't lucky enough to be able to do that either.
No.
The closest I got was my cousin with a four-wheeler.
Yeah.
And that was at least safe enough where you couldn't tip.
Right.
But I still haven't been able to ride a dirt bike.
No, I had motor scooters, and we would take them off those razor ramps as kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
What year did this come out?
This was 2001.
2001.
Yeah.
I remember, coming home from school, knowing what Disney Channel original movie was going to be on that night, and then just sitting down, maybe some math homework on the right, a little bit of, some fun dip, maybe a couple Capri Suns, just one squirts.
No rules at the Clark house.
No, hey, there was a couple rules. No motorcycles.
Yeah.
No, but this was in an peak era, in my opinion, of DCOM movies.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes I guess, like, personally, I would drift away if it was kind of like a girly main character. And I don't mean to be that, stereotypical girls are gross.
Sure.
This breaks all the rules. This is up there with Brink. This is up there with Johnny Tsunami. The action sports was huge in the 2000s and late 90s.
Let's get into the summary.
Yeah.
You got something written for me?
Oh, I do. And I'm gonna do it like it's coming up next.
Okay, do it like that, but just take it down a notch. You just blew my ears out.
Cheerleader Andrea Carson loves racing dirt bikes with her twin brother, Andy. When he dislocates his knee, their father is forced to seek out another professional option in Europe. In the meantime, Andrea secretly races in Andy's place, and with the help of their mom, we get the absolute banger of a decom, Motocrossed.
I kind of want to take that again.
It definitely had the enthusiasm.
Yeah, that guy had to have been just snorting Fun Dip in the back.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, you need another decom? Let's go. Yeah.
Up next.
He was eating whatever was inside those neon bricks that they did the mouse ears with.
Oh, yeah. Definitely drinking that.
Yeah.
We've got kind of a movie ahead of its time, I would say.
Her dad is a jerk.
Well, it's her love with the sport of motocross.
Yeah. Her true love is the sport of motocross.
Yes. And this movie is called Motocrossed.
Yeah.
Because signals are getting crossed here, man.
Yeah.
She's in love with this guy that thinks she's a dude.
Uh-huh.
And then,
Dean.
Yeah.
Dean
Well, there's
Talon.
some great characters in this,
Yeah.
especially the little brother.
Oh, my gosh. That's
he was in a couple notable roles that we've seen throughout the
Yeah,
years.
Scott Terra. He and Dean were both in Eight-Legged Freaks together.
Love that movie. Well, I haven't seen it in a while, but
Scott Terra was also in Dickie Roberts, former child star.
Classic.
And then he was young Matt Murdock in Daredevil.
That's right, the Ben Affleck version.
The one we
Yes.
won't speak of. The one where they got left out of the latest movie.
Yeah.
There's that. And then also I recognized Riley Smith, Dean Talon, from the movie Radio. That's Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh, yeah.
He's just one of the
One of the
football
football
players.
players. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, the little kid was probably the best actor, I'd say.
He was.
And they gave him a cool role where, like, it's the little brother that can fix anything.
He's the brainiac mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's taking the top loads off the bottom halves and then throwing in.
You're coming off a triple and you're trying to case it, bro.
Yeah, the lingo is great. We had some notable, motocross people in here too, right? Travis Pastrana. Super young and skinny.
Oh, yeah.
He had one line.
Unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Now, doesn't he race cars as well? Doesn't he do, like, rally?
He just went on to race everything. He
he's
just
like
went above and beyond. But
he's
rally,
like Red Bull's wet dream.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Like I think he drove a rally car out of a helicopter onto like a little kid's birthday party.
That's so sad.
No. They
kid.
paid for it.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's like all inclusive.
Yeah, no, they had him. They had Jeremy McRath, Sean Collier, I think is his name.
Couple of people we don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people we didn't know. Don't get confused, guys. I got real confused and thought that like some of the credits were attributed from the movie Supercross, which is a complete different movie. That one has Channing Tatum and Aaron Carter, apparently. So there's some other great actors in there, but like
I thought the mom did well.
Yeah.
You know, she was that, driving force behind letting. Actually, back to the brother. The brother is the one the little brother.
Oh, Jason.
Convinced the mom
to let her do it.
Yeah, because she's like, hey, Mom, in school they say girls can do anything that guys can do. And Mom's like.
Then she takes on Dad with the same mindset.
She's like, don't remind me I'm being sexist.
Yeah, there was a line that she had to the dad that was like, no, women are right. I don't know what it was.
Yeah. And you know what? I really respected this movie, and this goes back to the old school feminist way thing. I don't want to talk about that too much.
No.
But it's like
we're a pro-feminist podcast.
Now, yeah, we have feminist friends. We can say this.
Yeah.
Nowadays, we have a lot of girl bosses. They just come in, kick ass right away. They're good at everything.
Mm-hmm.
Andy in this movie, she had to work really hard to get like up to 7th place. She was happy about 7th.
I don't know. I was convinced that her cheerleader skills transferred over.
Yeah, sure. But you know what I mean? Like, she was expecting to go out there and kick butt.
Yeah.
And absolutely got throttled.
Yeah, she did get throttled.
No pun intended.
But if she wasn't getting throttled, that would never have led to her love connection with Dean.
Exactly. So the point of the story, you work hard to get better
laid.
and get laid. Yes.
Motocrossed. Cast, just to wrap it up, like the dad, I mean, what's his name? Timothy Carhart.
He was the villain. Basically.
Villain. Well, and that's the confusing part. If we really get into the plot here, there is one other bad guy. He's not even in there long enough to be relevant.
The European guy.
I think the dad is sort of like Darth Vader, in which he like redeems himself by moving towards feminism.
Well, yeah, at the end, he's just like, honey, I just don't want to see you get hurt. But also, now that we're winning and you're making my family money, it's fine.
It's sick. But before he was totally like, what are all those guys going to say about me when my daughter's racing?
Yeah, we're going to be a laughingstock. I'm going to Europe to cheat on your mom.
Dude, 100%. Like, why is he going to Europe for a dirt bike rider? Is dirt bike racing more famous in Europe than the United States?
Clearly he's a bad business owner because he's put himself in this position where he's relying on his son.
They made it sound like they were going to lose the farm for their family.
Yes, just a chill multi-million-dollar ranch with a bike track on it. Actually, I kind of agree with the dad. Like maybe slow down. Maybe I want to keep the multi-million-dollar ranch.
Andrew was fine. Him going through that fence, the music in this was so fire.
Some bangers.
Yeah, we had Top of the World by Juliana Theory. We're at the top of the world. That was so good. We had Sucker Punch by the Action League. Those were the two bangers that were like when you played a Tony Hawk game, you had good soundtrack. You do action sports, you have good music.
Right in that era.
Yes.
Yeah. And speaking of that era, we looked up some info. Like, they spent about $5 to $20 million on these decoms.
Yeah.
Throughout the years, right?
Throughout the years.
And I'm thinking this is probably on the 5 range. All they did was just go out to a bike track.
Exactly.
For like a whole weekend.
Right.
And just so much montage of just, we're on the top of the
yeah.
I love you, lesbians.
It was literally like, cut to girls painting nails, cut to motorcycles.
Yeah.
Cut to girls going shopping, cut to motorcycles.
And to wrap up the casting, what a great pick for the lead.
Andy?
Feminine enough to be a cheerleader, but also get away with being a guy.
But also like carne asada.
Yeah. Put on a backwards hat and some shades.
You want to go see some NSYNC?
Yeah. Andy, 125 rider.
Yeah. Jeez. She was great.
I loved it.
Yeah. Also, that whole scene in the shop with Jimmy Bottles.
Jimmy Bottles. First of all, he reminds me of the guy from Johnny Tsunami.
Yeah, the two twin brothers that hate each other.
They're classic surf shop bros or skate shop bros. They're just like, welcome on in, man. Yeah. Like,
what was it? Urchins versus
Skies.
Oh, I cannot wait.
We'll get there. Just like a tsunami.
So yeah, the guy Jimmy Bottles he's got to be their cousin.
Yeah, big thick glasses.
They accused him of like huffing fumes or something in the back.
Classic Jimmy Bottles.
Classic Jimmy. She did a good job at like convincingly playing a male. Is that what I should say?
Yeah. No, she did, but there's also that suspension of belief
Yeah.
That was a little like, you got to be an idiot.
Sure. They oversold it. Like, there's like moments where like mom's like looking in a mirror, and I don't know why the mirror is necessarily there, but like you see her like standing like Michael Myers in the back of the mirror for no reason.
Yeah.
Jason, who's your brother talking to? Yeah. He's right there. Just ask him who he's talking to. So like, there's so many moments like, you guys are really handling this.
Props to mom for letting her do it. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was the best part, was like
yes.
mother-daughter bonding. They might have overdone the feminism thing with like the fingernail painting at the track.
That was kind of funny. She was like,
she attracted all the girls to their...
Well, yeah, but also some writers saw it, and she's like, oh, it helps with,
Oh, yeah, the arm thrusters.
Arm throttle or like circulation, and so a bunch of the other guys started doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, she pulls up to a starting line in the middle of a race and looks over, and for God knows what reason they're not wearing gloves, and you just see like green...
All the other
nails.
guys got them painted.
I think it was Dean that said that Andy had, and I quote, superior babe magnetism.
Okay.
And I think it's in reference to what we were just talking about, where all the girls crowd around them at the picnic table.
Gotcha. Like this was back when it was like if you hung out with girls, you were immediately thought of as a ladies' man.
And not gay.
Exactly. Yeah. You're like, what is it about him? I don't know. Maybe because he looks like Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Motocrossed.
Motocrossed. Oh my God, we're just crossing barriers and crossing eyes. Jimmy Bottles. We got another classic line. You're like toast. You're like Jell-O. Those are two separate things. They are not. We're talking about Dean and like his game with girls.
Yes. He was like Jell-O and he was toast. So one was like he was done, and then one was like he was like. Not like
he's
you were
wobbly.
Both, not like you were
nervous.
both the foods put together.
Okay.
Yeah.
There were times where she's wearing the helmet, and it's like easily you're convincing everyone that you are Andrew Carson. Yeah. So that in the plot comes back in the best way, because when she walks up to the registry and signs Andy Carson, the mom like lies with her and goes, "No, she never said she was Andrew. She said Andy. It's Andrea for short."
Yeah. So like loophole. And they're like, I don't know. No. So at the end, she wins. And, of course, the European villain comes up and goes,
René Cartier.
This is not Andy. Ask him about Andy, how you say. And, of course, they get revealed, and everyone's all up in arms. And then the owner of the whole thing.
She was fabulous.
She was.
She exemplifies motocross.
Someone you definitely don't think of when you think of motocross.
Nope.
But she comes up and goes, I can't believe you did this without anyone knowing, coming through, doing this. She kind of sets you up like she's about to just like destroy her, and then goes, I think you're signed with us. And everyone just was like, yeah.
She might as well have been like, fuck you, Renee.
Yeah,
like,
right.
He just became irrelevant so fast.
Dude, I remember it was a great ending.
Yeah.
She worked her ass off to win. Mm-hmm. Women prevailed at the end. Dad's not a dick anymore.
Yeah. Europe's really changed him.
Bree was on the couch with us, my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have a girlfriend. And we were like laughing at Andy's outfit. It was a light blue shirt with the skirt and the Skechers.
Yeah.
And we were just cracking up, and she goes, hey, quit laughing. She's killing it for back then.
With the outfit?
And I'm like, I don't think that ever killed it.
If she had not gotten a haircut, maybe.
Yeah, it's just those Skechers, dude. Those big clunky things.
Looks like they're hiding wheels underneath.
Heelys?
Yeah. Dude, I had a pair of
Motocrossed too, Heelys.
I had a pair of pre-Heelys, and there was like one that it was hard to get out on the back, and one in the front that was hard to get out on the back.
So training wheel Heelys.
Yeah.
They called them weenies.
Yeah.
So Booty, tell me what your motor booty score is.
Ooh, my motor booty score.
Tell me. Do it.
I gotta go like 7.8. 7.8 out of 10.
Nice.
This movie was really enjoyable. It had a good message that I sometimes if you go back and you're seeing some of these movies, you're like, oof, that did not age well. This one was fire. I even checked to see like there was a Rotten Tomatoes score listing for this movie. It was like it was in the
70, 78. I think you just said 7.8.
I think I stole that score. It tracks.
7.8. I like that.
7.8. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, dude, that's a solid score.
Absolutely.
I think I'm gonna go a little bit higher.
Whoa.
My Pat Motor Booty score is gonna be like an 8.1.
8.1.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything in particular that takes it to that edge?
Yeah, I usually just go a couple points over you
me? Yeah.
or below you.
I thought so.
No, but I think it's definitely top 10 DCOM movies for me.
Yeah.
Definitely on the sports side as well.
Yeah.
Because not only did they have great cameras, great actors, great athletes in this, it had a warm message. So I did like this. I'll be showing this to my daughters.
Yeah.
You best believe it.
Absolutely.
I won't be showing them, she's the man. No, she's like, we need a soccer team. There's 4 of us. There's no funding for us. Motocrossed.
Motocrossed. Oh, my God.
Just once I wanted her to go off the jump and go.
Do a can or
No, just crashed.
Crashed there.
So does she end up with Dean in the end?
I don't know. I think like
Remember what happened?
he's still got to be a little weirded out that she played him that entire time.
And he found her attractive as a boy. Like he's probably just torn up, like traumatized.
He was. He
He's
visually
traumatized.
was like, I trusted you, man. He was like so weirded out. They didn't do anything.
Trying to hide his boner.
Yeah, he's trying to. He flipped his boner up into his waistband. Yeah. The part where they go to the lake, and they're like classic.
Yeah.
Come
on, take your shirt off.
They've spent an afternoon just smelling of oil and just
to sucker punch.
to sucker punch. No, this is the top of the world.
Sure.
This is that's the good romantic.
He's gonna sucker punch.
Okay, and they get to the lake, and he's like, all right, we've had enough of these lessons today. Take off your shirt. He just says it.
Yeah.
And she's like,
jump in, take off your shirt.
she's got, she's just terrified.
And then, of course, she goes, I'm a little allergic to the sun. And he's like, don't be a girl.
You did not just call me a girl.
It's ironic because she is.
Totally.
He ends up coming back to the house and working for them. Remember?
Dean. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're like, with that money we won, we can hire another rider for Carter Racing. Carson Racing. We've been saying Carter this whole time.
I didn't say it. You said it.
I have.
Carson Racing. No, but Dean, they have this moment at the end where she's like, I'll race you for it.
Yeah.
And he's like, my job? And he's like, you're on, because he's going to smoke her.
Yeah. He's a 250. She's a 125.
And she's going to smoke him.
Yeah. And that's the PatCave
Podcast.
Oh my
Thanks for
God.
joining us. Hey, put down in the comments your favorite DCOM movie or maybe suggestions for the next one. But
Yeah.
we got to get Johnny Tsunami out sometime. Brink.
Yeah, we do.
Smart House. Name a couple others we're
Smart
forgetting.
House.
All right. Like, share, follow with your fellow nerds.
We got to go do the Just in Time with Frankie Muniz, the soapbox racing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Clock Stoppers.
Oh, we got to do Clock Stoppers. Oh, both of those. You know what? Let's do Clock Stoppers next. It's not a decom.
That's true.
Oh.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
You should cross off your list subscribing and liking our video.
Love that.
And
Excellent. And make sure you just take the top half off the double layers and put on two dual piping layers to half back the half.
Saw that.
Damn.
Now just make sure you know that your daughter's not allowed to race motocross.
No daughters.
Feminism.
Yeah.
Weird.
Watch out for that top load and
Sound like a
hat.
murloc.